Hey everyone, Rob Lee here, Tarot with an Attitude. Great interview for you today. A session with a lady by the name of Joann. She's been giving messages, have been told by other tarot readers and spiritualists that she's supposed to be receiving these messages, but she's not open to hear them. She asked me how we get open and then what message it is. We get to both. Stick around. This is something you're going to want to see for yourself and apply some of these principles to your own life so you can more readily receive the messages that are coming into you. See you in a second. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, Rob Lee. You can reach me through my email, tarotwithanattitude@gmail.com. Also, great news. Website is live, www.tarotwithanattitude.com. Go there, check us out. You can book your sessions through there. Love to see you there. Also, great Facebook page, Tarot with an Attitude. Check us out there. Like to see you there. You can reach me through there as well. While you're watching these videos, please reach up, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, ring the little bell. Make sure you're getting notification when we put new content online. So, as I said before, we've got a great thing ahead, a great show ahead, a great session ahead, and kind of leery of calling it a show. I want you to watch this, so hopefully you'll learn something for yourself, because many of you are in the same boat as this young lady, Joann. We go through such a hectic lifestyle. We know we're receiving messages, but we can't slow down enough to receive what's being given to us clearly. And that's what we address here today with Joann. Also, she gets one of her first clear messages about some things she needs to do that'll help her on her path. All right, let's get into this. And the interview had already started, so we're going to roll right into this. See you in a minute.
I listen to a lot of YouTube tarot readers.
Okay.
One of them in particular is I can't remember her name, Conscious Evolution. And she keeps telling me that there's messages that need to come through that I'm not receiving, and I don't know how to open it up to listen, I guess. I mean, I
Okay.
get signs and synchronicities everywhere I look. I see butterflies. I've been seeing this one praying mantis for a whole week, and I
Okay.
believe those are signs. And I had this innate thing with animals, with dogs in particular.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know. I want to hear the message. I don't know what I need to do to open up. I've been meditating.
Okay,
And just,
let's do that then. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use an oracle deck to begin with. Okay.
okay.
What I'm going to do here at first is let's say a little prayer. Heavenly Father, Mother, Spirits, Guide, um, Osho, Rumi, all of the Ascended Masters, if you will, make sure that the message is coming through. It's for Joann, not me, and that we know that this is what Joann needs to hear. So Joann is asking that she knows there are messages for her. The basic, what I'm hearing you say is you need to understand how to open up to receive those messages. Or first, you want to know if there's an immediate message you need to hear. Would that
Right.
be
Both.
okay?
Yes.
Let's go with the immediate message up front. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to change decks here. Okay.
Okay.
Um, this is still an oracle deck, but it's by Colette Baron Reed. I love the artwork. You're going to love the artwork too. So we are asking, and so mote it be, thank you. We are asking, Joann knows that there are messages for her, and she's having problem. I'm picking it up. Mike's like going, your mind turns like a hamster wheel, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right. I'm getting tired. Okay. My spirit guide's like going, wow, tell her to breathe. So at some point on the transformational coaching side, I'd like to work with you because I need to be able to help you learn the art of mindfulness and being able to still that brain. And I'm not going to be able to do that in a half hour. You
Right.
can do more study and research. Okay, there are
Okay.
other people out there. I strongly suggest that.
Okay.
The quickie would be start with some regulated breathing. Okay. I
Okay.
call it the 20-minute challenge. Okay. I'm already getting off base here, but I don't do anything normal. You're wanting to receive messages, but from the minute you get up, you're thinking about your tasks throughout the day. Okay. I want you to get up 20 minutes early.
Okay.
Okay. Get dressed, get your shower, have a coffee. If you smoke a cigarette, smoke your cigarette. But now you've built in 20 minutes of extra time, but you're ready to go. So you don't have to sit there and stare at the clock. Okay.
Right.
In that 20 minutes, if you can keep from putting your shoes on, okay,
Yep.
keep your feet on the ground, but just sit still. Okay.
Okay.
Have your coffee. If you can focus out a window at what's going on outside or an
I
object,
usually go outside and watch my birds on the bird feeder with
okay,
my coffee.
but be careful not to get so caught up in them, okay, that you're not being open,
Right.
okay? Use this to be here. So
Okay.
as you're doing this, I want you to take on a count of 6, a breath in through your nose,
Okay.
okay? So it'll be whatever you're capable of doing. Hold it for 2, okay? And then release it through your mouth in 4. Okay. And I
Mm-hmm.
want you to study doing that. What's going on? This is where I talked about in the video where we have evidence-based practice and science has taught us where that and the spiritual world are actually coming together. Okay. You
Right.
are taking control of your breathing, which is an automatic response system. And now you're consciously aware and you're telling your body, I don't want you to work this way. I want you to work this way.
Okay.
And to do that, it forces your mind to start shutting down exterior things to focus on what you've got.
Okay.
When you release that final breath, I want you to say, I am open.
Okay.
And I want you to say it out loud. So your breathing exercises might look like this. Okay. I am open.
Okay.
And repeat. Okay. Then what will
Mm-hmm.
happen is as you're doing this, your brain, that conscious brain that's always like, okay, is going, wait a minute, I don't know what this crazy woman's asking me to do. Why are we doing this? So I need to focus on what's going on. Okay.
Okay.
And there's some very scientific evidence to back this up, but I want to get into your message. But this
Okay.
is going to help.
Okay. Very good.
This is how you start being forward. And they always tell you, slow down, meditate, do this, but nobody tells you how. This
Right.
is the beginning steps to being able to stop that mind and be in the moment for just a little
Okay.
bit. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
We can use that. And again, if we work together later on, we'll be able to set some intentions.
Yes.
I'll teach you how to bring that in and bring that world to a more slower pace for you. Okay.
Yes.
We are creatures of our habits that we've created. Okay. Yeah, man, I can feel you. You're a bundle of energy to be around when you're like, no, don't stop it, Donald. Let's go. I can see you. I can
Yep.
hear your kids going, Mom, stop. Okay, never mind. All right, let's go on with this. So, what are the messages? I need the first message. I don't want messages because I think there's going to be several. Okay. So today, I don't want to get jumbled. Michael, help me please interpret this and know the first message that Joann needs. Do you feel like there's always something around you, even when you are alone?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not a medium, but there is. It very well could be your spirit guides. Okay. And they might be swirling because they're like, I want to show you something. That's the reason the numbers, they have to slap it in your face.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's okay. You're not alone. Okay.
Okay.
Breathe. We'll get through. This is going to be fun. Okay. This is going to be fun.
I
Okay.
know.
You are not alone in this. I'm fixing to do a video today about people that are newly awakened. They're aware, but they don't know what to do next. So look
Right.
for that on my Tarot with an Attitude YouTube channel. I'm going to try to
Okay.
get some of that out today because there are people
Okay.
with just as strong need as you are. That's really hitting me. Okay. So the first message. And if I need to change decks, I'm good with that. I've got about 30 of them sitting here. So, because I've already changed once because I was going to do something different. What is the message? And then I'll show them to you in a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
Let me get them out. Okay. That card, which I normally take, and everything is coming up as an internal. Okay. Except your shadow card. You said you do animals, right?
Well, yeah, wherever I go and animals are there, they all they draw to me. I can pet them. They could be looking like a ferocious, mean dog, and I could just walk up and put my hand out and they'll calm down.
Do you do rescue work?
No,
Have you thought
no.
about it?
Yes, actually, yes.
Okay. That's popping out.
Okay.
Being in those animals and finding time for yourself to do that is going to help you slow down. And you'll see why that came out
Okay.
here in just a second. So I'm going to show you how they came up, and I'm going to share the screen with you so you can see it. Okay. And then I'll turn them over because I don't want you to read two of these cards upside down. It's confusing.
Okay.
I don't know if you're like me, but for my old brain, it's like, let me see it and then flip it. Okay. So, this is the Colette Baron Reed, the Enchanted Map. Okay. And what we've got here, the first card that called to me, and when I was shuffling and I just pulled it,
right.
Look at this beautiful elephant, and it's talking about listening. Okay. But if you'll notice, I don't know if you can see that on this card, there's music notes.
Yes.
Okay.
I love music.
Think about an elephant with those big ears. And
right.
I think this first part of this message is it's not just things that are visible, there are sounds being given to you as well.
Yep.
Open your ears, be quiet for a moment, actually physically quiet, and listen to your surroundings. Nature in itself, your spirit guides know you're very connected to nature. Okay.
Yes.
And you're very connected. So they're sending you messages, and you're going to hear things in music and the music of nature.
Okay.
Does that make sense so far?
Yes. Because I used to go for walks back a couple months ago, and there's deer that are not buried, but hiding in the where I would walk, and I would hear a noise and I would stop, and I'm like, I know you're in here. I heard you. Show yourself. And the deer would stand up and show itself.
Okay.
So yes.
All right.
And I get messages through songs too.
Okay. That makes total sense. I'm flipping some camera views around here.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this for a second so I get everything set back up to normal. All right.
Okay.
But I want you to see that. And now what's going on is when you look at this card this way, okay, it just hit me. When you look at it face up, it's talking more about your external world. Be aware of it. Here's what I want you to realize for you. Let me get back in here. Okay, there we go. This card actually came up reversed.
Okay.
Which means you're physically hearing things, but you're not hearing them internally, emotionally, spiritually.
Right.
You're too rushed. I think the everything came out kind of in our first part of the conversation.
Yep.
So the message is, I want you've got gifts that you kind of wonder, but you don't slow down and practice them because you're not sure if it's your brain or if it's your intuition. You start listening to your gut. Okay. You need to take those breaths when this is happening and things are going at 90 miles an hour. Do that. And then ask the question, what are you telling me? Okay. Because then let your gut tell you, and you'll start catching some things. You have to be wide open. This came up also internally. When I kept shuffling, this came up reverse. And if you notice, we've got the butterfly. Okay.
Yes, that's one of my signs.
Okay. And you know what butterflies talk about is metamorphosis,
Yes.
change. There's a change you still have yet to undergo because this came up upside down,
Upside down.
and you've got to go it internally.
Okay.
You've got to allow this change to fully happen for you.
Okay.
That's their message. It's kind of like, somebody that you've got the brain smarts about what's going on in your awakening and about being enlightened. You don't have the soul connection to it. So you're getting that, I don't know what to do. Okay. What I'm getting here is to help you get this connection down. The message is,
yes,
you need to take this 20-minute challenge I've given you in the morning.
Okay.
And if you can find times throughout the day,
Yep.
implement it.
Okay.
Even if it's not at the full 20 minutes.
Okay.
You have to practice stilling your brain. And it's okay to be open and to pray to your spirit guides, to talk. I think what's going on is they want a personal, and I'm getting, oh, hell yeah. They want a very personal relationship with you, but you're so busy and so this has got to get done. You're very task oriented. Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. You can't skip A and go to B. If you do, B doesn't get done right until you go back and make sure A's off. And then you double check A repeatedly to make sure it's done. You've often wondered if you're OCD.
Yep.
You're not. Okay. You're not. We've just got to slow things down for you. Okay.
Okay.
And what I'm getting here, remember I asked you if you ever did animal rescue?
Yes.
Okay. This is the shadow card. In other words, this was on the top of the deck. And I always look at things wherever there's light. This is what the light's shining on, but that means there's an underside. Anything that there's an object to shine on means there's a shadow. Okay.
Right.
Basic science. The shadow card for you, which was on the very bottom of the deck, was actually upright. It was in this position. So we are talking about in your external world. You have healing and are able to help people and animals.
Yep.
Okay.
I believe that. Yep.
Okay. It's ironic too that this is a number 16. All right. When you in the when you put those together, that's a 7. 7 talks about being reassessing, taking a moment. Stop. Am I headed the right way? What can I do to help this person? Okay.
Right.
But what I'm also getting in this rescue is to help other people. You've got to be able to take care of yourself, because what I'm really getting the strong feeling is you're so on the go and so keyed up. Okay. If you're not careful, that stress level is going to cause you physical and body harm, and your bodily harm. You're going to need to rescue yourself.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. It's not just your job to rescue other people. You've got to take care of yourself.
That's funny. That's in my birth chart. That's funny you should say that. That's exactly what's in my birth chart for my North Node.
So what I'm getting is this message, the first message for you. Practice what I gave you to physically and mentally slow down. Okay.
Very good. Yep.
You're so you are so intuitive. A lot of your tasks are very future oriented because you're trying to be prepared for what you know is coming, and people don't understand it.
No, they do not. My family thinks I'm batshit crazy.
Okay, you are not. You're very intuitive, okay? But to use that gift and use it properly and not let it kill you with stress, you've got to learn to master your own environment.
Okay.
Okay, and that's what I'm seeing here, wide open. You're just internally, you are, and mentally everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first message. I hope that clarifies. And that was
that was awesome. Yes.
Okay.
So resonates.
Okay. You're needing harmony. You're needing balance. You are needing things to come in. Let's take a look. Let's go back. That's why I was instinctively going to this deck first. And what I'm going to do, I need help. Normally I do this when I'm in person with somebody, and I
Okay.
actually have you kind of shuffle and then
Okay.
cut the cards into 3 piles. So what
Right.
I want you to do is I'm sitting here shuffling. Okay?
Right.
I want you to tell me when you want me to stop shuffling. Okay.
Okay.
And just let it come to you, because I'm asking where's your yin and yang? Where are your yin yang as far as being out of balance? What's going on harmoniously with you that we can bring things into balance? So
Stop.
okay, we'll go right there. Now I'm going to cut this deck into 3 piles. Okay.
Yep.
I want you to concentrate. I'm gonna do this so it's easier for you to see. Okay. There are 3 piles. Okay. If you want to actually hold your left hand out to the screen and kind of put it over them, because you're very receptive that way, and go back and forth and feel which pile you're kind of being drawn to.
The third pile, the one closest to the deck up top there. To the
This
right.
pile.
There you go. Yes.
Okay. There we go. So now we'll put this aside. The first card that comes off the top is what we call it's our yin. What that
Right.
is, this is going to be what we call the passive receptive part.
Okay.
So this is like your hidden or subconscious things, and this card is going to represent what is kind of what's going on there. Okay. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very confusing card because this card is getting a mix of both, and we want to try to bring balance in. And if you'll notice, this is the abundance card.
Yes.
Plenty, profusion, generosity, fertility. You're a giver. You overgive.
Yes.
You also have a
Yep.
hard time telling people no.
Oh my God.
I
Yep.
would love to work with you on that some too in the future. Okay. But you also understand you've got a lot of gratitude. You've got a lot of things to be thankful for. You're happy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The bottom card is then the yang, which
Right.
is your active, creative, the external influences that are going on. And wow, look at this card, the spider web. Can you get
Oh,
any
wow.
busier than that? And it's called the taming power of the small. All right. And in this card, again, we've got a huge mix. Neither one is solidly yin, neither one is solidly yang.
Right.
Okay. You're getting a mixture in both. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to separate these out. This card talks about utilizing some self restraint.
Yep.
Oh, okay. In your external world, self sufficiency. We can
Yeah.
equate that to the self care that came up in the message.
Right.
Okay. And careful preparations, resourcefulness, minor impediments, but adaptability. You
Yep.
are able to adapt. You change is like you can throw change off and be like, okay, well, that was then, this is now. You're good
Yeah.
at it, which is a
Yes.
talent. But we still have to be able to have that time for ourselves.
Selves.
Okay.
Yep.
A spider's always moving until it's ready for something in its web. You know, it's working constantly, and then it sits back and waits. All right.
Yep.
So how do we bring these into balance? And what I would normally do, here's what I want you to do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out a way to do this. Okay. I would normally have you pick one of the remaining cards.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to look at them, and what I'll do is you tell me, again, you can use your left hand. All right.
Okay.
Trying to spread them out a little bit. All right. And you tell me where to stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Stop.
That one or the one
Yep.
next to it?
The one, keep going over 2 more. 1, 2 to the left.
Oh, to the left.
Yes.
This
There
one.
you go. That one. Yes.
You got it. That wasn't too bad. Great
Nope.
experiment. Okay. All right. To bring those into balance. I love it when a plan comes together. I love it when 2 decks and the spirits, my spirit guide, your spirit guides, they're actually laughing out
Oh
loud.
boy.
Okay. It's called discipline. Okay. To bring
Yes.
this into balance. What your messages are, there are great gifts. This other reader was right. But to be able to receive them and to understand them, you've got to bring your life into balance. When
Gotcha.
you bring it into balance, it talks about use your authority. Okay. You have no
Yep.
problem doing that. But it's time to take the bull by the horns, and you need to come up with a strategy. And this is talking about, let me see, the blue represents the
Virtual thing.
abysmal. Okay. It's like a deep lake, it's what's lying underneath. And the black is actually your receptive. This balance card is a perfectly balanced card. Both of these symbols are both yin and yang.
Okay.
Okay. So the key to this, and I saw how emotional you got and your desire to hear this and understand it. The key to all this for you is to start exercising some self-discipline
Okay.
over your mind
Right.
and making sure you're building in periodic time throughout the day. You're in training.
Right.
You're in spiritual training. You have to practice listening to them.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So just stop. Use those elephant ears for the music.
Right.
Okay. Be open inside, and being open to other things means you have to turn everything else off. Use those breathing exercises. Okay. And this
Yep.
will all work out. Okay. You'll
Yes.
still
Yep.
be able to be active. You'll still know your abundance, but you're going to gain so much more, and you will become that spiritual warrior that you
Yes.
know you are. You just don't know how to do it. But the
Right.
discipline part for you is huge.
Okay. Very good. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
Did that help on clarification for some of this
Yes,
stuff?
it sure did. Because
Good.
I've been asking every night before I go to sleep. I know you have messages, I know, but I don't can't hear you. Can you help me? And I show me I'll ask for specific signs. Like one time I needed a question answered. I knew in my gut what the answer was, but I just needed clarification. And I asked to see, I think, a purple heart. Well, the next day on Facebook, every one of my friends had purple hearts on their post. I'm
There
like,
you
all right,
go.
never mind. So yes,
And what
it
they're
was
trying to tell you is, it just hit me with a good analogy for you. Um, you know how when somebody says, "Oh, did you hear that?" and we'll turn on a light,
right.
or it's like, "Did you smell that?" and we turn off the radio
Yep.
because we're trying to get all of our senses tuned in and we don't want anything to distract it. That's your
Right.
distraction. You have to
Okay.
turn off. They're talking to you and it's there, and those gut instincts are telling you, like you said, you already knew,
Right.
but you couldn't tell if it was from the commotion, that hamster wheel in your head,
Right.
or those instincts coming through. So you needed that visual clarification.
Vacation. Yes.
You
Okay.
have to turn that radio down
Right.
to be able to see.
Right. Exactly. I get
All
you. I
right.
totally makes sense.
Okay. And do that. Do those breathing exercises. If you can give yourself 20 minutes in the
Yep.
evening, all the
Yep.
electrics go off, all the
Yep.
appliances, everything else. But just take that 20 minutes to chill out, have a cup of
Yep.
tea, decaffeinated preferably. And I don't know
Correct.
where you're at on caffeine. I have a feeling
You
I
do.
know.
Yeah, you do. You know damn
Okay.
right
All
well.
right. Don't just wean off of it, because caffeine
Yeah.
withdrawal can
Headache.
be
I've had.
horrible.
Oh yes, I've done
But
it before.
have a regular cup of coffee in the morning, but
Right.
then go into a half and half mix and start going
Okay.
towards, slow down on your caffeine.
Yep.
Caffeine will help you be able to pick up your messages.
Very good. I'm glad you told me that because I should have known that. I've been drinking it for years.
Yep.
Too
Okay.
much.
Well, I
Thank
hope
you
that
so much.
she was so cool. Love her energy and her smile and her openness. Joann, just love you. All right. Look forward to working with you some more. Everybody, we need to practice this. Even if you're already receiving messages, what I find in today's world, we are so frantic, we are so hectic, we are so task oriented, we forget to take that time to just simply breathe and enjoy the world around us. I'm going to do a whole segment on how we get through the day and how we're living our lives, and why a lot of us are just so wiped out, tired at the end of the day. Some of us are doing actual physical duty, but some of us, we're so mentally drained. We feel like we've done the Boston Marathon or something at the end of the day. We're just exhausted. And some of that is because we don't know how to periodically still our mind throughout the day. Y'all saw me give her the 20-minute challenge. I give that challenge to you. Just try it. Start somewhere. But the regulated breathing to begin with is the first step into many other things. With that being said, this is Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, Rob Lee, wishing everyone peace, love, and light.